All right, Ingo. Tell me exactly how you were too busy for murder.
Everything you said is wrong. I have no idea what you're on about. I have an alibi for the time of the crime. I just couldn't have done it. There's no way I could have completed those milk shipments, killed Stalin, and tried to hide my involvement. The fire was just made for a quick breakfast. There's no mystery there. Stop trying to pin this on poor innocent Ingo.
He's like gyrating a little bit when he does that. I don't like that. Now, I shouldn't have to remind you, Defense, but you yourself were surprised that Ingo was able to complete the shipment in time. Adding even more things to him to do in that time is preposterous!
That's right! The great Ingo is efficient at his job, but not that efficient.
No, it had to have been him. I'm sure of it. There must be some trick at play here. Some kind of shortcut. Did you run backwards? I must find it! Shortcut? Like, use an ocarina to warp, or... Yeah, I don't know. Shortcut. Let me think. Perhaps this milk that was strangely tasteless because it was actually old milk? I like that angle. We'll still press him on everything first, see if we can't get some more information. Ha! Surely my scenario is more plausible at this point than those panicked attempts to fix your story. What's more plausible isn't for you to decide, Defense. It's time the judge makes the final call, and as long as his alibi stands, I can't imagine him siding with you. Yes, all of the loose ends have been tied up before a decision could be made. Witness, please continue.
I have an alibi for the time.
Yeah. Tell me this whole alibi. Can you explain what that alibi is again?
With pleasure. At the time of the crime, I was busy preparing that day's shipments of milk. That's hard work. I barely had enough time to get them done before the courier came to take them.
The courier that returned? The milk orders that left, and one of the milk shipments was returned due to be misaddressed. Okay. The shipments were inspected by the Shika force as they were leaving the ranch. And as our resident detective has told us, they were found to be fully loaded up with bottles of milk.
That's right. The Shika force itself has vouched for me. There's no way I could be the culprit.
Oh, I disagree. There has to be a way. There must be. Would it really have taken that long to murder someone and burn some clothes? I wouldn't know. I've never done it. It would have taken long enough to definitely make the scheme infeasible. Completing these shipments is a rather involved process. You have to milk the cows, clean the bottles, pour the milk into them, and put them into crates, and load those onto a wagon. I love working with the cows. It's not about you right now, Malin. But that part takes the longest because you only get a little at a time. So Mr. Ingo said the whole thing really does take a while. Father and I usually have to work together to get it done in time for the courier's arrival. There you go, Defense. Your own client knows this is the unshakable truth. Okay, so there's no way he could complete the shipments and also do the killing. In that case, there had to be some way for him to finish the work faster. I just have to find it. Reusing old shipments? There was a crate returned. Perhaps he just reused those returned crates. That's why they were tasteless. I'm gonna keep pressing. That might be one of my better angles. So you don't have time for her breakfast, but not enough to kill someone? Link.
Yes, of course. The breakfast was cooking while I kept working. Then I just quickly gobbled it up. There's no issue there.
What'd you have?
In fact, yes, I remember it even burned a bit because I wasn't completely paying attention to it. That's why I had to go get that glass of water too, you see. Had to wash it down after.
What a convenient little explanation. But for all I know, he actually did cook up breakfast on a fire of burning, blood-soaked clothes. Ew. Continue, witness. We don't want to hear about your culinary adventures.
Of course. My point is just what I've been telling you this whole time.
One last press. The only people who could have done this were you and Malin. And I know Malin well enough to know that she couldn't be the culprit. That leaves you as the perpetrator. Yes, but now we all know how much you value your friend. Let me remind you, though, that feelings don't matter at all here. Either show us solid evidence that puts Ingo's alibi into question, or concede defeat. Is there any way you could have done the work faster? I'm not sure. It would be nice if there was, though. I could sleep in a little bit longer every day. Yeah, you'd think he would have shared it with you if you knew one. Just what shortcut did you use, Ingo? I mean... no way I could have completed those milk shipments. The fires meat. Okay. So these are the ones that are shipped out. One of the milk shipments. I mean, if you had an old one that was misaddressed, which was... I want to do that. I also have one heart and I don't want to screw this up, so... Just gonna... Sorry, had to do a thing. Like sneeze, hold on. I'm gonna go with this. Witness! What is it now? I overheard an intriguing detail during the last recess. It seems the address on one of yesterday's milk shipments wasn't written correctly. You must have been rushing! That's how you did it! Bleh. I haven't heard anything about an issue with the shipment address. But I'll play along, suppose you're right about it. Writing an address only takes a few seconds. Even if it was reduced to a single swift stroke of the pen, it wouldn't have saved much time at all. Certainly not enough to both commit a murder and cover it up. Objection! It wasn't just the address. Ingo must have rushed the entire shipment. By what method? You say you somehow completed the entire shipment more quickly? Then prove it with evidence! Unfortunately for you, defense, I must agree with the good prosecutor. This alone doesn't prove how enough time may have been saved. Don't you have anything else? I thought I had him for sure. But it looks like I'll need something stronger to really pin him down. Oh! I'm on the right track, though. This hasn't come into play yet. I'll try the milk? Like it's old, gross, expired milk? Ah, but did you, though? Did you really complete those shipments properly? Defense. I shouldn't have to remind you that the Sheikah Force checked the boxes thoroughly. They were definitely full of milk bottles. Oh, I'm sure it looks that way. What are you getting at, defense? Here you go, Your Honor. Huh? Milk for me? Are you trying to bribe the judge now? I didn't think you'd stoop so low. The Crown will be informed of this. It's nothing like that. All I'm asking is that His Honor try tasting the milk. Just one little sip. This is highly irregular. But to be honest, I could use a drink. All this talking does make one's throat dry, you know. Wouldn't I know it? Gonna get some water. Since the defense insists, I'll go ahead and take a sip. This is what passes for milk these days? This almost tastes like water. Oh, he watered down old milk bottles. Water? I have to agree. This is definitely not standard milk. As we heard from the princess and the detective, Lon Lon Ranch is renowned for the quality of its products. But there's no way people would say that milk is about milk this lousy. Ah, whatever. As if the unwashed masses would know the difference between quality and garbage. Jesus, Yumi's not wrong. Where are you going with this defense? It's simple, you see. I received this bottle from Detective Impa, still unopened during the first recess. As we know, there were no milk shipments today, so this must have come from one of Ingo's shipments from yesterday. No. It's true that Ingo couldn't have murdered Talon and also completed the shipments on his own. Unless he cheated. Ingo watered down the milk to get the shipments done in time! Order! Yes, I suppose that would work. Indeed. All he had to do is milk fewer of the cows. To save enough time without ruining the taste too much, I guess he used about a 50-50 split of water and milk. That sounds gross.
This is... No! Talon...
Let me stop you right there. I will concede that something odd happened to that shipment. But all you have is proven is that Ingo is a slacker.
How dare you?
Be quiet, you mongrel! He's actually, yeah. Sure, Ingo watered down the milk. That doesn't make him a killer, though, does it? Well, no. But how do we know that he definitely couldn't have done it? How we know he did go to the crime scene. And we know he did have the time and opportunity to kill Talon as well. Yet there's a vital element missing still. Let me put it in simple terms so even an idiot like you can understand. This is always how it goes with rebuttal. Oh my god. You lack the murder weapon. If Ingo was the murderer, then it could have been the saw. Oh, I just have to try to fight each argument as it comes? Okay. And why is that? The spotlights. This is awesome. It's simple. If the girl's story about working on the fence is true, then she was using this saw while her father was being murdered. It could have been two places at the same time. Do I agree with this? How many saws do they have? Wood saws. 1. Damn it! Damn it. Okay, I guess I agree. I guess. I believe we're in complete agreement on this point. You do realize the problem that creates for you, right? I'm sure it can all be explained. As if. But very well. Then let's move on to why nothing else could have been the murder weapon either. Where would this supposed other murder weapon have even come from? I got nothing. Hold it. Couldn't have used any old thing? Either answer the question, defense, or this discussion is over. No need to overthink this. Anywhere Ingo could have gotten a weapon from will do. I'll worry about the exact details later. Is there anything in here that looks murdery? There's knives, rakes, garden hose, axes, scythes, flails? Yeah, it looks like there's plenty of murder weapons. Maybe that? Have you forgotten this murder happened on a ranch? There are plenty of sharp things on site. Oh, that's simply impossible. Okay. We checked all sharp objects on the ranch and searched everyone. No fresh blood was found anywhere else. Yeah, but like, aside from the bloodied cloth, like that doesn't necessarily prove anything. Nope, that was incorrect. Let me just got, sorry. I don't, my N64 is, scratched. We checked all sharp objects and searched everyone. No fresh blood was found anywhere else. How do I argue that? No fresh blood found anywhere else. I mean, there's blood all around Talon when he died. No blood anywhere else, but that would include the saw. Oh, man. But the autopsy report, no, this is, no, hold on. Hold on, I don't know if... Did I press this already? I already forgot. Couldn't have Ingo... couldn't Ingo have just... wiped it off? I guess I forgot to press. Blood leaves traces. It's not that easy to get rid of. People like us aren't so sensitive, but other beings like the Zors can easily tell by smell. Naturally, the Sheikah Force employs people for just this task. Also, as Lon Lon Ranch focuses on selling horses and milk, the animals there aren't being regularly butchered. So there's no good reason why any of the tools would have fresh blood on them. Any such implement would have stood out like a sore thumb. Well, I guess this is a good point. I may have to rethink this. Couldn't Ingo have just, like, disposed of it, though? That's impossible, you see? Okay, we're getting through the argument. No items from the ranch's inventory list were missing, and that list is indisputable. I guess he's right. I mean, Ingo didn't make it, so he could write down whatever number he wants, though. How could he be so sure the inventory is accurate? Use your head. There was a royal visitation scheduled for that day. The ranch owner needed everything to be in order. He would have double, even triple checked that list when he wrote it. I suppose he would have, but... Did you say the ranch owner? Yeah, ranch owner. This was written by Ingo. We can't trust this. The inventory itself is false. Oh, fascinating. What exactly makes you question the veracity of this document? That would be another piece of evidence or something about the inventory itself. I don't think I have another piece of evidence. Unless, like, it would count the one wood saw being missing. But I don't think that actually counts. So I think it's just more the inventory itself. It's simple. You only need a brief look at the inventory to see it can't be trusted. Oh, you can't just go around making such general statements, Defense. Point out what exactly about the inventory makes it suspect. My little hand goes right there on Ingo. Just look here. The one who compiled this list was Ingo himself. He could have easily falsified the counts as part of his plan. Ugh. That doesn't matter. Okay, his argument's falling apart. We're doing it. Nothing could have left the ranch. You know, except for the whole shipment thing. Are you really sure nothing left the ranch? What about a few little shipments of milk? Preposterous! Have you forgotten that said shipments have been checked by the Sheikah Force before they were allowed to leave? I don't know, dude. It could have been like taped underneath the horse cart. That's true, but there was a place the Sheikah could have overlooked inside the horse's ass. What in Din's name are you babbling about? We're talking about bog standard crates here, boy. Not exactly vast dungeons full of nooks and crannies to stuff things into, are they? Where could they have missed a murder weapon? It's simple. They overlooked the crates themselves. Is my best guess. The killer used a big chunk of wood to kill the victim, then nailed it to the crates to conceal it. No, the weapon was definitely metal. Yeah, well, I thought maybe he, like, taped it on the other side. I don't think he could have hid it in a bottle. This is a saw. Oh, they checked. Did they not look inside the crates? The murder weapon was left in one of the crates between the milk bottles. Yeah, they looked inside of it, didn't they? Yeah, that's not a great argument. Yeah, okay. I guess the bottles somehow? There is one place inside the crates that the Sheikah couldn't have checked thoroughly without ruining the shipments. Without ruining the shipments? That's right. Ingo put the murder weapon inside one of the bottles to conceal it from the search. How big are these bottles? That does seem plausible. Now wait just a moment. A weapon in a milk bottle wouldn't have just gone unnoticed. Someone ever reported it. I mean... You mean like having one being returned? Oh! You would be correct that a weapon showing up in someone's milkshake would cause quite a stir. If the milk ever actually made it to any milk bar, that is. You see, I overheard a very interesting tale during recess. Word was sent from the ranch not long ago that one of the shipments was returned unopened due to being misaddressed. Oh, intentionally misaddressed to temporarily hide the murder weapon for just long enough. No! Indeed, if you recall, Ingo was the one who handled all of that. Now, that's strange. The ranch supplies the same milk bars every day. Even if he had messed up the street address a little, the couriers would have known the shipment was meant to get where they were meant to go. How could he have bungled it that badly? It's almost as if he didn't want anyone receiving a bottle of milk with a murder weapon in it. I bet Ingo expected this box to stay in shipping limbo a while longer. How unfortunate for him that the postal service was on its game today. Maybe because they were worried it'd start to smell. I believe this calls for us to investigate these boxes of milk more closely. Soldiers, have these boxes retrieved from the ranch immediately. All lights off. Argument complete. Yeah, I got my hearts back, thank God. All right, we're still in it. This is slander. Why would I kill Talon? Sure, he's a bit of a layabout, but he did give me a job. Why do I want him dead? The motive? That's simple. Why, I'm surprised you're even asking about it. To get the ranch? This evidence easily explains your motive. Perfume. The very inheritance document you brought to the court's attention states the following. In case of the testator's death, his daughter, Malin of Lawn Ranch, will inherit the ranch. Unless she is unable to oversee it, in which case it shall be divided between the crown and the remaining employees. Oh. What? You not only killed Talon, but decided to frame Malin for the crime as well, so you would be the one to inherit the part of the ranch. That's why you volunteered to work in the silo all day, to give you an alibi so that Malin would be the only possible culprit. Of course, you knew about the royal visitation in advance. You knew Malin would go back to the ranch house to prepare before they arrived. A perfect setup for the royals to find her next to the body. No! What are you talking about? Talon signing the ranch over to me? Preposterous! Did he really not know? I guess it was Dragmeyer who procured the actual document, not him. Your Honor! What is it, soldier? The box you requested is here. Already? That was quite fast. That was like 2 minutes. I thought this ranch was 20 minutes away. Apparently the team at the ranch had already noticed something awry with it on their own. The box arrived just as we were about to rush a courier to deliver a message. Well. Let's see for ourselves then, shall we? The part of the shipment that proves my case is... Oh, that one sure looks bloody, doesn't it? Whoop. Here it is, from the bottle with a slight red tint to the milk. Looks like some kind of serrated knife. That explains the irregular wound pretty nicely. How could the Sheikah idiots have missed this? I'm sure the milk was pure white when they first checked it. It took a whole day for the blood to dissolve in it. Either way, no matter how you slice it, this proves my theory right.
Oh, I've had it. Fine, fine. You wanna know why? You wanna know why I really killed that scumbag?
No, what do you...
So you admit it? Yes, I admit it. Why, what would you do if one day, after years of back-breaking labor, despite putting all your into the ranch, you were thrown away like rubbish?
Oh, he must work for YouTube.
Without any reason. Fired. Farewell. We don't need you anymore.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, don't put your loyalty in any company or corporation. They owe you nothing. This Lon Lon Ranch music.
Don't lie, I heard it all. I was just returning back from another day of spine-wrenching work, and lo and behold, what's this? Malin and Talon are talking behind my back. I heard it all. We'll let him go after the visitation. We can handle things without him. And so, after volunteering to work on that shipment, I quietly slipped out while the girl was busy and shanked the good-for-nothing slacker. Ha! You should have seen his face. He didn't expect it at all.
Maybe they just wanted to give you a vacation.
So yes, Malin, I killed that lazy bum you call a father. And he deserved it.
So, case closed, or?
Order! The witness will cease his boasting of such a terrible deed. I think we've heard enough. Soldiers, take him away.
Hold it. Wait just a moment. Ingo.
Yes, girl, want to apologize for what you've done?
Apologize? Me? You're horrible. We weren't planning to fire you at all. You completely misunderstood what we were saying. What? Oop, flashback? Oh. We've had so much work recently.
Well, you know how it goes with the royal visits. Always a busy time. Gotta make sure everything's in tip-top shape. I do worry somewhat about that old Ingo, though. He's been complaining about his back recently. Do wish he'd take a step back and relax sometime.
Maybe we should convince him to take a vacation. What am I saying? That's what I said.
Well, now there's an idea. It'd do him a good just to get out for a while. I'll discuss it with him after the visitation. After things calm down, we can handle everything without him.
That's... You were planning... What? A vacation for me? And I did... No, it can't be so. Please say it isn't so.
Chicken. Yes. Oh, Talon's chickens. Oh, they're hitting him right in the dick, too. That's awesome. Oh, your poor balls. Oh, big one. That was amazing. Perfect. No notes.
We have witnessed today the results of a truly horrifying misunderstanding. But misunderstanding or not, what you have done is unforgivable.
Talon was a kind man, beloved by all who had the good fortune to cross his path. His loss will be felt not only at his ranch, but all across Hyrule.
The killer turned out to be an utterly pathetic man with delusions of grandeur. I mean, look at him! An utter idiot, just like a clown.
Aw, cry. Jeez, he's really laying into him. I bet he's just upset because he lost. The prosecution's rant aside, I think it's time to declare today's verdict. This is just a formality, but will the defendant please step up to the stand? Gannondorf isn't even watching. Young miss, I am very sorry for the situation you have found yourself in. I am very glad you appear to have such a good attorney as a friend.
I wouldn't have chosen anyone else.
Aw, thanks. Now then, without further ado, in the name of the goddess Hylia and the sacred land of Hyrule, I hereby find Malon of Lon Lon Ranch not guilty.
Fireworks! Yay! Confetti! Yay!
Absolutely incredible. Court is adjourned. That's basically step by step how exactly a Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney case goes. The killer is always one of the witnesses, and they always end up confessing in court. Always. We did it! I suppose so. Oh, right, your dad's still dead. I don't think I can ever forgive Mr. Ingo for what he's done. That's fair enough, honestly. Really, though, you shouldn't think about that for now. You're free! It's time to celebrate! Your dad's dead! I guess you're right! Excellent work. I knew you'd pull through. Oh, thanks. I couldn't have done it without you, really. So, thank you. Now, that's not quite right. If you want to thank someone, I'm not the one who deserves it the most. Huh? Zelda, your highness? I thought you were going back to the Hyrule Castle. What strings did Impa have to pull to get her here? But I realized I should apologize for what I did personally. It's an honor. Yeah, you did kind of screw things up. There's no need to bow, not after what I've done. Really, if not for my status, I'd probably have been carted off to prison alongside that angry little man. Yeah. Perjury's, pretty serious, so that's probably not entirely wrong. As usual, you don't give yourself enough credit, Your Highness. How can you say that, Detective? I almost condemned an innocent person to prison. Yes, there are some things you should think twice about doing in the future. That's all thanks to you that the young lady over there finally went free. Huh? Come on, attorney, show Her Highness what I'm talking about. My attorney badge? The perfume? Well, Impa just shot me in the most unimpressed face. Never mind about that. Hold on, I want to get this right. What did she do? She did find the oil bottle. The bottle? Well, it's true. Without this and without knowing about the fire, we wouldn't have had any proof to substantiate our claims. Huh. And, really, your obviously false testimony helped us a lot. Ouch! Impa just stepped on my foot. Well, there you have it. In any case, I'm sure Miss Malin isn't too upset. Well, sure. Turn up! We have orders to escort the princess back to the castle immediately. Just in time. Farewell, Your Highness. And so they left. Now then, listen to me. I know that I am perhaps being too lenient on the princess, but tough times are ahead. The princess will need all the confidence she can to get to lead the kingdom through them. She needs to learn to take responsibility for her actions too, though. And she will. Huh? Her Highness is in for a rather unpleasant afternoon today, I imagine. The urgency with which she has just been escorted out of here isn't coincidental. What, is the king going to scold her? At the very least. This is kind of ominous. My duties call, unfortunately, so I must be off. Again, you did well today, both of you. I trust that I'll be able to rely on you in the future court proceedings as well. I'll try my best. That's all I ask. That unpleasant prosecutor seems to be making his way over here, so I'll be excusing myself post-haste. Farewell. Uh-oh. You! Hello. Nice day we're having, isn't it? Tell me now, where did that blasted detective go? To have my reputation tarnished this way by some novice attorney from the boonies. Dramatic much? He looks about ready to burst from anger. Don't be such a sore loser. You lost. Deal with it. Yeah, we got the right verdict. Doesn't that make you even a little bit glad?
Yes, I suppose there is some worth in that.
Really?
What transpired is most unfortunate. I can only offer my condolences. Just remember there was the meddling of that idiotic princess and the stupidity of that blasted detective that led to your arrest. So if you have any grievances, take it up with them.
I suppose there's some truth to what he's saying.
Speaking of the detective, it appears she fled from me like a cuckoo on fire. Mark my words, she will regret what she's done for generations!
Well, that sure was something. I don't know if he was being sincere or just wanted to shift blame onto someone else. I wouldn't say he's entirely blameless. Never mind that. Do you think you'll be alright running the ranch by yourself? Do you want to go get burgers? Of course I'll come visit, but I have my attorney duties too. I'll get in touch with the castle, see if they can spare some men to work at the ranch. Silly as my father may have seen, he really did prepare me to take over one day, and he's taught me well. I'll make sure the animals are well cared for, just as I always have. Oh yeah, you went from 3 ranch workers to 1. That's the spirit. I believe in you. I really want to thank you for bringing the truth to light. If it wasn't for you, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. Don't mention it. I'm just glad everything worked out in the end. And so ended a very personal case for me. It felt like a weight had been lifted off my back. Madeline continued working at the ranch, hoping to make it prosper even beyond what her father was able to accomplish. I didn't really think much about it, but the days following were some of the happiest I'd lived for a long time. Little did I know that a terrible tragedy would soon shock the entire kingdom, and I'd find myself smack dab in the middle of it. Is there a second case? But that's a legend for another day. Ah. Like right now? That was awesome. This was so good. This was so well done. Made by people who clearly very much understand the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series. Just in terms of like the writing, the mood of it. I mean, like the animations and all that. Going through the steps of trying to set up the finding the actual killer, getting the right verdict, using the evidence and all that. Just absolutely fantastic. That was great. I'm like thoroughly impressed. Plus they did like a lot of extra animations, like adding lip flaps to these soldiers or making Gannondorf's mouth talk. Like they had to do like a little bit of like texture work throughout all of that. Wait, was it Zora and Anju also attorneys? I saw them in the audience during that trial. Oh, he's doing the same pose that Sheikah was doing. Oh, nice little cutscene. Yeah, go to jail, Ingo. You dummy. Oh, at least you got a roommate. Also, the music was fantastic. Just that blend of Zelda and Phoenix Wright style. Incredible. Gannondorf's jamming out. Dude loves his organ. So they kind of hinted at doing more? Please do more. What's kind of nice about... Uh-oh. Oh, the king sure is yelling at her. What is kind of nice about these is that, you know, you can get this, play through this in just a few hours. Whereas a lot of Phoenix Wright cases can take like 5 to 8 hours. Like they get so involved, it gets ridiculous. Oh, there's a kitty up there. That was definitely like one of their casts that they just like programmed in, right? Oh, right. He's still very dead. Right, right. Yeah. There's mushrooms growing out of the grave. That's a nice little throwback to Link's Awakening. But the talent there, what really wanted mushrooms? Oh, and they even put the cow symbol on his gravestone. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. This was so good. Yeah. The end. Unless? Scene select's now unlocked? Okay. Extra one? When you say extra... Uh-huh. Extra one, meanwhile, somewhere else? Looks like we might have a little bit to do, which we'll check out in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I have no idea if there's actually more, how much more there is to it, but we'll explore that in the next video. But this is a playthrough of Hero of Law. Absolutely loved it. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. Just good. This is good story time content. As always, thank you guys so very much for watching. See you next time.